All right. Is Sarah watching from Niagara Falls?
I don't know.
That would be.
She is. Hello, Albert. Sarah, are you at Niagara Falls? Oh, Rachel, boring. Well, that's cool. Are you on the New York side or the Canadian side? Hello, Andrew. Sam. I've been, Sarah. It's beautiful. Hello, Catherine. A little stronger and wiser. Good eye, mate. Hey, Krista. You made it on time, but we're late. Hello, Becky. Hello, Elizabeth Estrada. Not to be confused with Elizabeth Betts or Liz Key. Those are three different people. I found that out the hard way. Hello, Darla. Hello, Christina. Hector, what's up? Is that it? Okay.
That's it? That's everybody?
I guess. Hello, Chris. Did I say hello, Christy Bazemore? I think I did. Hello, Chris Savon Okoa. Hello, Palm Mummable. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Oh, my man. College kid. That's right. High school and by school. Hello, Eric Morales. No push notification? I don't know, Michael. You'll have to ask ScrewTube what that's all about. That is not my doing. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Ready?
What is that all the way up?
I haven't touched a thing.
Uh-huh. Better not have.
Haven't touched a thing.
All right, do something.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. The only thing I did was turn the power off when it was left on all week. That's the only thing I did.
Wilma Fingerdew. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Wilma Fingerdew. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Hello, Kellie Diplacido. Ready?
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans with Alan Evans, who happens to be my podcast co-host and husband.
Hey, Trey.
And we are, unbeknownst to you,
In the
because
house.
the podcast should drop at the same time as it always does, we're starting recording it extremely late on Wednesday night, because I have been at the Doc in the Box for quite an ordeal this evening with Emma Kellie, our 16-year-old, who has been sick for a couple of days.
And we ruled out just about everything.
We've been tested for everything.
And still have no answers.
Well, it's a virus. At some point, they just say, it's a virus. And all you can do is treat the symptoms of a virus. So Monday night, Memorial Day, as we're out, partying in the backyard,
and we're going to talk
annual
about that.
Memorial Day pool party, Emma Kellie and her friends went with her dad to go on a boat out on a lake with one of the friends that has a boat. That's why you have friends with boats. And she started getting a headache that night. Didn't say anything to me about it.
On the boat?
Yeah, I guess at some point. Didn't say anything to me about it, just came home. But then the next day, Tuesday morning, woke up with 101.3, I believe was her temperature.
Oh.
Very sore throat and a stomach ache. So thinking it's, probably just something we can treat at home. I'm not one of those moms that panics and just runs right to the doctor, right?
Well, you're one of those moms that panics.
I didn't panic.
But not about the doctor.
I panic about other things.
You panic about other things.
Yeah, I don't just run to the doctor for everything.
When we get low on food, panic. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I like to be supplied.
Yeah.
So I try to get her to take medicine. She's like, my throat hurts. She's not the best patient.
And I wonder where she gets that from.
Well, I'm a good patient. I'm a good patient.
Okay,
Where would I get that from? Why would you throw that out there without evidence to back that up?
Just to get y'all riled up. Keep going.
So anyway, I can't get her to drink anything, eat more than just a couple crackers. Her throat's killing her. So she sleeps. That's day one. I put her in an Epsom salt bath to get her temperature to come down, pull the toxins out. That was helpful. She went to bed. Last I checked on her, midnight last night, gave her the Tylenol Advil combo that they recommend, the 2 and 2, and left it. She never took it. Woke up this morning. Fever was gone.
That's good.
Still sore throat and tummy ache. So she slept all day and finally woke up about 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And now, in addition to the tummy ache, sore throat's back, and an earache.
An earache?
And an earache.
Oh, this is new.
So we went to the urgent care.
Is this the one by Tomas Thumb?
Yeah,
there?
They're really great there. It's called hashtag not an ad. They're called Earth Breeze. I think they're part of.
Sorry, good
Lord. Part of Texas Medical. I don't know what they're part
Earth
of.
Breeze?
Earth Breeze. So we go up there. You can make an appointment online, so you don't have to wait. In fact, someone walked in just ahead of us. They were a walk-in, but because we had an appointment, they told them you have to wait until after a weir service.
So did you look over at him and go?
No, they were very kind.
You didn't go?
No, they were very kind. She even tried to make Emma Kellie feel better because Emma Kellie was looking like she did not feel well. She said, "Oh, you're so beautiful when you feel bad. I can imagine how beautiful I already feel. Good."
That's a very nice thing to say.
And Alan's over here mocking them because I had an appointment and they didn't.
Give me some info on these people.
They were just
paint a visual picture.
It was a mother and a daughter. The daughter was
elderly mother.
No. She was probably, I would guess, around 40-ish.
Oh. It sounds like something maybe. More like a kind of a grandmotherly figure.
Just a nice woman with a teenage daughter, a little younger than Emma Kellie, probably. I would imagine she didn't act like she was sick. Maybe she was getting a physical or something she needed for school. I don't know. I didn't ask for medical history at that moment. So
be against HIPAA regulations there, right, Rasberry.
Right. So we get back there. We're immediately ushered to the room, and we start. Emma Kellie cannot talk, so I have to speak on her behalf because her throat hurts. And the nurse is going through everything. The very nice nurse. She said, "How old is your daughter?" I said, 16. She goes, "I understand. I have a 17-year-old." So we got that out of the way. So she was very sweet. And we ended up testing for first, strep.
Wasn't strep.
Negative. Second, flu.
Wasn't flu.
Negative.
A and B?
Both.
Okay.
And you have to wait for each test, right? Third, mono.
Ooh, mono. You don't want that one.
And while we're between testing for flu and mono, I believe that's when she threw up.
Ugh.
So I don't know if it was Emma Kellie has a very significant gag reflex. Unlike me, I have been praised for my lack of a gag reflex at the doctor's office.
I'm not sure that's something you want to go around bragging about.
I think that's something to brag about.
You think that's something to brag about?
What?
Hold on.
You always gag.
Hold on, there's
Emma Kellie's saying she doesn't.
There's
gag.
a difference in opinion on the amount of gagging.
Emma Kellie's insisting she
house.
doesn't have a gag reflex. Okay,
right.
But so I guess she just was overcome by a wave of nausea.
Mm-hmm.
But it is true. I have been. The nurse has actually gone out and told the doctor that was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What she stuck down my throat, and I did not even gag.
So anyway, you got to change your voice on all of that.
I'm proud of that.
Last minute, you need to change your voice.
I'm proud of that. So anyway, Emma Kellie. She's been kind of testy with me up to this point. She's like, get away. I'm trying to comfort her. She's like, get away from me. Once she threw up, it was like night and day. She was pleasant again. She had to get that, the ick out. So anyway, after that, mono, she's like, this is going to be it. Emma Kellie said, I've never had a sore throat like this before. Mm-hmm. And then she started feeling guilty. She's like, oh, my friends. What if I've given it to my friends? My friends and I only share drinks and food with my closest friends. But what if I've given them mono? I said, let's not worry about it and start calling them till we find out. So anyway, comes back, negative for mono. So then the last of it's not a trifecta. What's it? A quadfecta?
Something like that.
Tested for the COVID, the vid.
China.
Came back, negative.
Yeah.
So we were there for an hour and a half to find out. We don't know what she has, but it's a virus. But it's really cool now at the urgent care. Instead of having to go to your pharmacy on the other side of town, they have a kiosk there where they called up a pharmacist that was in Fort Worth. Actually, we're in Plano, Texas, but the pharmacist, I guess,
God's country.
call was in Fort Worth. And I sit there at the kiosk, and the video screen pops up, and I pop up, and we have a little conversation. She asks some information. I sign a release, and my medicine comes out of the little door right there.
Wow. So
It's for nausea.
Why did you? Okay, so everything was ruled out, and I told you the entire time it's probably food poisoning.
Well, I asked the PA.
Why did you shoot me down on that?
Because I asked the PA. I said, my husband.
How does the PA know any more than one Walter A. Evans?
Because she's been to medical school and is a.
Has she?
I would imagine. And I said, my husband seems to think it might be. He's convinced it's going to be food poisoning.
I mean, she's barfing for 24 hours.
She didn't barf for 24 hours. She threw up twice. She threw up because
she threw up this morning.
She threw up bile, and then she threw up, because it was empty stomach, and then she threw up apple juice when I gave her the apple juice. So maybe the acid or something. I don't know. But the PA said, based on her symptoms, she does not think it's food poisoning.
So then what is it?
It's a viral infection.
That's what does that mean?
That's what they call it when they can't diagnose it.
That's what I wanted to hear. She didn't know, so she just calls it a viral infection. I think it's food poisoning, which can also be called.
Based on her symptoms, it did not appear to her to be food poisoning. How do you test for food poisoning?
It could be what I call BTHTM.
What?
Butt to hand to mouth.
She does not have that.
You can pick up a little butt germ anywhere.
But
you can pick up a butt germ on a toilet seat. You can pick up a butt germ on a counter.
She's not.
It could be for all that throwing up. You get your little E. coli virus in there.
It wasn't nonstop vomiting.
Then all of a sudden you're projectile vomiting bile.
Wasn't projectile vomiting. It wasn't like that.
Speaking of, just real quick, babe. So basically the bottom line is Emma Kellie's really sick.
She's sick. They gave her a shot in the booty. She said she preferred, because, to get the pain down in her throat so she could actually swallow things. Mm-hmm. Gave her an anti-nausea pill just in case whatever she's about to eat, she has a reaction to that. Mm-hmm. Immediately wanted Panera. She said, I want the broccoli cheese and macaroni cheese combo.
That sounds really good. Better than what I had tonight. You know what I ate tonight?
No.
A freaking Nighthawk. I found a Nighthawk buried in the back of our freezer.
Oh, was that a frozen entree?
Ooh.
Was it the
that was tough.
Was it the prime rib one? What was it?
Well, it wasn't prime rib.
Was it a Salisbury steak?
Chopped steak in these little. It was like a chopped steak the size of a hockey puck, except thin, and then the little tiny pieces of broccoli.
Was it not good?
I mean, it'll make a turd.
You know why I got that? For Cole.
Oh, did you?
Because Cole, one time I had a frozen entree in there because Emma Kellie went through. Kids go through weird phases. And I had like a Boston Market frozen entree in there.
Those are good.
And he liked it and said he liked frozen entrees. So I went back to the store and I saw that one. I thought it looked like something he would like based on the Boston Market entree.
Well,
and he never touched it.
Hashtag not an ad. We're about to do an ad, but hashtag not an ad. Shout out to our very, very best customers and friends, Keith and Lindsay.
Yeah.
Keith heard my story that I wouldn't tell on the podcast, and he felt really bad for me, so he sent me some colon broom.
I see the Instagram ads for that all the time.
It's supposed to be a miracle
weight loss product.
So I've tried it the last 2 days. I don't know, feeling a little, I don't know,
movement.
Well, yeah,
it's high fiber. So
right. It's basically, I guess, fiber and other good stuff.
So does it have more fiber than, say, Metamucil? I don't know. I haven't done.
I've never taken Metamucil.
Yeah, don't do it. It's gross.
All right. Well, anyway.
So anyway, Emma Kellie,
Thank you,
right
Keith.
now she's feeling a lot better.
That's good.
And we'll just pray that she feels even better tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pray you do this now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounded more like an order than a prayer.
That's right. I'm the producer. Let's get her done. I'm like, can you tell everybody the Robert story or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of a letdown.
Well, why would you bring it up?
Well, he's always angry. We don't have to say why, but he's always angry.
Everybody knows Robert has a short fuse.
Yeah.
He's always like,
he's really
stop talking.
Yeah, and he gets really red.
He's a very fair skinned.
Yes.
Strawberry blonde.
He gets mad at you guys.
And he fires up really quickly. But
see, I'm the Robert of this podcast.
No, because unlike Robert, you don't let stuff go quickly. Robert will get really fired up and mad, and in 2 seconds he's over it.
What do I do?
You pout.
What do I do? I bring it up years later?
You don't talk. You give me the silent treatment for a while.
Not true.
That's true.
Not true.
And you clear your throat a lot when you're mad. Did you hear what he just did? He does that a lot when he's
I
mad.
clear my throat, period.
No, when you're mad,
Oh, my goodness.
he clears his throat.
Sorry I brought it up. Do the spot, Rasberry.
Do it. He does that a lot. That's a sign.
Okay.
All right, look. The weather is heating up. It's getting so nice outside. We just had, Alan spent so much time getting the lawn ready for our company we had on Memorial Day. But when Emma, Kellie, and I were getting out of the car tonight, walking to the house, I said, Emma, Kellie, look at how beautiful our grass looks.
Thank you. Thank you.
It looks amazing.
Well, don't thank me.
Right. Alan did all the work.
Yes.
But it wasn't like a lot of work, right? It was easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
On the grass part. Now, the landscaping part and the bushes, I'll give you credit. That took hours and hours.
Thank you.
But to get our lawn looking, absolutely gorgeous, better than it's ever looked, it took about 15 minutes, right?
If that.
If that, with Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, Sunday is everything you need to get the lawn you have been dreaming of. Go to getsunday.com/Lovin, Lovin, enter your address, and you will get a customized plan created just for your lawn. Like we got one just for our lawn. It looks amazing. No trips to the store, no hauling heavy bags, because Sunday ships straight to your home. You just need a garden hose. You apply Sunday, you can fertilize the whole lawn in less time than it takes to watch an entire episode of your favorite TV show. They use only ingredients you feel good about, with no harsh chemicals, no long waiting periods, or trying to keep your kids and pets off the lawn until it dries. You just apply, you let it dry, and you get back to enjoying your yard immediately. Sunday's easy, it's affordable. Some lawn care services cost more than $1,500 a year, but Sunday's full season plans start at just $109.
And for a limited time, Sunday is offering our listeners 50% off your first box. So you can get started today for as little as $55 when you go to getsunday.com/Lovin at checkout. That's 50% off your first box at getsunday.com/Lovin. Speaking
it really
of,
does look good.
It really does. And need to give everybody an update on the little patch underneath the magnolia.
Yeah.
Remember, I had the big Boda battle with the guy at Homie D's a couple of years ago. He said, that's not going to work. And I guess he was kind of right, because I could never grow any kind of grass under there. And I guess
it's too much shade in the root system underneath it from the magnolia tree.
Yeah, that magnolia is causing a lot. And then maybe 5 or 6 podcasts ago, I said I threw out some dichondra seed. You notice how it's starting to fill in over there? Yeah. Kind of blending in with the grass. Looks good, doesn't it?
With a little help from Sunday.
A little help from Sunday on the grass, but that dichondra, that's good stuff. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, since you did spend a lot of time getting the front and backyards ready for our Memorial Day annual party, you want to dive in a little?
Yeah, I did my once a year, whipped out the Sun Joe pressure washer.
Yeah.
Which people love watching pressure washing videos.
It's very soothing for some reason.
Satisfying. When I post a short video of me doing a little pressure washing, I get more people that say, oh my gosh, this is so satisfying, or, oh, where did you get that? Or, and one lady said, well, you're gonna have to do the whole thing now.
You should just
that's what I'm doing.
You should video yourself and post it on YouTube. It would probably go viral.
Me pressure washing the deck?
Yes.
Well, so I did.
You said people go nuts.
I don't know why.
Well, it doesn't matter. Make a YouTube video. Let's get paid.
Okay. Well, did that. And then did a lot of landscaping. Okay, here's another tip from landscaper Alonzo. If you need a really great plant for your pots, I've talked about succulents before, but I have more people ask me about those potted plants we put in the front and the back. Dipladenia. Write that down. Dipladenia.
What is a dipladenia?
Dipladenia, I want to say it's kind of related maybe to a hibiscus, because the flowers kind of look the same, but they come in red, they come in white, they come in different colors. I throw 2 in the back, 2 in the front in early summer, and they last the entire summer through almost into the fall, until it starts to get cold and they kind of wither away. But they are so awesome. And
should do a video about that.
Should.
Post it on YouTube.
Dipladenia. I get mine at Homie D's, and they're just like the drop-in, you just drop them in your pots.
You don't have to do anything special.
You don't have to do anything special, except, they need some water. You got to water them at least twice a week, 2-3 times a week. But anyway, got the backyard looking right, and then how many people?
Hung little flags.
Yeah, hung little flags.
Alan was out there skimming the pool the day before the party, skimming the pool. I said, Alan, you might as well wait until tomorrow because it's supposed to be raining, and when the wind blows and the leaves all come in the tree, he's out there. And guess what happened?
It rained.
He had to skim it again.
Yeah.
Skim it again on Memorial Day. But that's okay. He was even skimming the pool during the party when leaves started falling.
Just a little bit. It's a bit.
Yeah.
Well, as when Jeff jumped in, caused the big tidal wave. I had to, then I had to skim all the stuff he
brought with him.
He stirred up. But anyway, we had, I don't know how many people we had.
Gosh, I don't know.
Had bartender Mary.
A couple dozen, maybe 30.
Mm-hmm. We had food provided by Oaked Addison, which is open now.
Yeah, it is. It's a soft launch, but it's still open.
Yeah, it's open. I don't know the address. It's in Addison if you're here in the Dallas.
It's on Beltline Road in Addison.
Yeah.
And it's about, I'd say, not even a mile west of the tollway.
Right. It's where all the restaurants are over there in Addison.
If you're familiar with the area.
Yeah, you can't miss it. But yeah, the food was really good. I don't know. I just didn't feel like there was a lot of jackassery this year.
Not too much. Jeff tried. He tried to bring the jackassery.
But he flamed out so fast.
Yeah, he overserved himself.
He flamed out like the quickest I think I've ever seen him flame.
Yeah, it was good. It was we had fun. It just wasn't there was nothing like crazy or embarrassing that happened.
No. I wasn't walking around in strange swimwear, nothing like that.
No. No party fouls. No.
So why are we telling this story if there was nothing fun that happened?
It wasn't fun. It was just like no accidental nude slips.
No nip slips.
There was there was just it was just everybody just kind of hanging out.
We've had nip slips.
Everybody had a good time.
Yes, I think so.
We got a lot of positive feedback.
Andrea Dowling Gullidge was in the house along with Big Strong Trey.
Yes.
We hadn't seen them in a while, so that was nice. Got caught up with them. Got caught up with Shanda and John were here.
It was lovely.
Susan and Craig. No,
usually the regulars.
Usual cast of characters. Our friend Sarah Reed Spencer is in
Niagara Falls,
Canada. Good eye, mate, with her son
on the Canada side. Yeah,
and she usually comes.
That was her son graduated. Luke graduated from high school, and they did a mother-son trip.
Yeah,
that was where he wanted to go.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, speaking of, we haven't podcasted this. We went to the Allen graduation.
We did.
So 1,700
plus.
In 86 or something students.
Something like that.
The students were lined up on the field and it took the entire football field up.
Yeah.
So all the students were between goal line to goal line, and then the stage was in the end zone on one side.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
So you could see as the kids are being named and they walk, I mean, just like one after the other. There was one after the other. They call out the name and you could see them walk across the stage. It was really, they tried to move it as quickly as possible.
I thought for a graduation that big,
it went pretty smoothly.
It went really smooth and pretty quickly.
They didn't get out of there till 10:45.
Well,
we weren't there till 10:45.
No, we left right after the E's, but
it was a process. Just we didn't get there right on time, knowing
that the E's weren't going to be called for a while.
Right.
So we purposely showed up late.
But ended up parking about a mile away.
Oh, we were in the next county. We were in freaking Denton County.
And so as we're walking to the stadium, and a lot of people are arriving after us because they know how long it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
See a little sign that says about ladies with the clear purses, unless it's small.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my little clutch that I have
not clear,
but it's a small clutch. I've gotten into other stadiums and events with that clutch.
Mm-hmm.
It has passed muster with many security guards.
Mm-hmm.
So after we walk a mile in shoes that are brand new that I have not broken in yet.
Wedges?
They were espadrille wedges. Really cute. The kind that Kate Middleton wears, or Catherine as she likes to be called.
I like Kate Middleton.
I love those. And I found out which ones they were. Anyway, so I'm walking and they held up that my feet weren't killing me too bad for a mile walk. But we get all the way up there and this woman is coming. She's storming back. Go back. They're not going to let you in.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be clear or it has to be really small. I'm like, well, I'm good because mine has gotten into stadiums before.
But she was carrying this giant tote.
And
we were thinking, well, you carried in a giant tote. You're not going to get in.
So I get up there, and this lovely woman who is probably maybe come out of retirement to work security at Allen High School's football stadium, I'm guessing.
What does that mean?
She was an older woman,
Mm-hmm.
gray-haired, lovely, very cheerful woman.
Mm-hmm.
Party of one. She was secure. She was doing all the door security by herself.
She was the turnback lady.
And she one look at me and said, "You can't come in with that." With us very pleasantly.
And we had just finished walking about 15 minutes? Oh, more than a mile.
And I was like, "You're kidding." And she's like,
"Nope. No, she wasn't kidding.
Got to go back."
Yep.
So I looked at Alan and I was like, "You go ahead." Because I wasn't going to ask him to walk all the way back with me. And I said, "I'm going back to the car."
Yeah.
So I walked all the way back to the car by myself. And as I'm walking, I'm passing by these people, this man and woman and another woman with a baby in a carriage, a great big diaper bag, great big tote, none of it see-through, Alan.
Right.
And I tried to tell them, let me save you some trouble. They're not going to let you in with that. And they didn't really, the one woman spoke no English. And the other woman was trying to explain to her what I was saying. And she was looking very confused. I was like, they're not going to let you in with that. And I don't know, I never saw them again. So I don't know what their fate was.
When someone can't understand me speaking English, I usually start speaking.
Yelling louder?
No, I usually start speaking Australian.
Oh, that helps. So I got all the way back to the car and I was really upset. I was mad. But I sat there for about 10 minutes. I was like, you know what? I have no idea. I can't get a hold of Alan because he can't get a signal.
I can't get a signal.
I'm like, I don't know what to do. I said, I'm just going to drive. I'm going to drive and see if I can just going to take a chance and see if I can get a better parking space. Because everybody, up by the stadium, people were circling, getting up and coming out and parking a mile away like we were.
Yep.
So I'm just going to take a chance. I went up to the stadium and I just went down there was the row closest to the stadium and the second row. I turned left and there was a parking spot.
It's like VIP.
Right there. I'm like, you know what? God said, I know you've had this tough night so far, Kelly. I'm going to bless you with this parking space. I got a parking space right up front.
So you got that parking space, then we connected.
Well, then I walked up and the security lady said, well, welcome back. I said, I am not very happy. And I just walked right past her. I was like, I am not very happy. I'm not going to be pleasant. I was mad. So anyway, I found Alan and all was well.
All was well after that. And I think they had just started calling the A's.
They had just finished, literally, you said I just missed the speeches.
Yeah.
I literally sat my butt down and they started the A's.
So it really worked out pretty well.
It worked out fine, yeah.
But really cool graduation. One thing we missed, and we had a friend who was there because his son was graduating. He sent me a video, is they had this unbelievable, at the end, they had a fireworks show, but then they also had a drone
show.
Like a drone show or like a colony of drones.
It's hundreds of drones.
It was amazing.
It was truly incredible. They were another school I found out did it. This is the new thing.
Oh, okay.
And they program it into it and they fly and sync and they made like an eagle fly. It was the most beautiful thing.
It said Allen. They spelled out Allen.
Right, Allen High School. We would have had to stay until 10:45 to see it. We chose not to do that. We left after the E's.
Right.
After the Evans E's. There were more E's to come.
Right. So anyhow, that was Alan graduation. It was I'm glad we went.
I'm glad we went to.
That was that.
That was that.
Okay, man. You want to do that then?
You don't want to talk anymore about that?
Alan graduation? No,
yeah.
There's really not anything else to say about it.
Well, I mean, I know people are curious, but
Well, I mean, yeah, I wanted to see Brooke graduate. I wasn't invited to see Brooke graduate, but I went anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the bottom line.
Yeah, a lot of people were asking, like, "Oh, it's so great that but it's not like we were invited."
No, I'm not the one that can provide the answer to why, but
we felt like it was the right thing to do.
Right. To me, it didn't really matter that I wasn't. I was going to go see anyway.
Be there. It's a milestone.
Yeah, it's a milestone, and I wanted to see it. You know, and it's strange. It's weird, and the situation is weird, and I don't know how else to describe it.
But like I told Alan, it still matters that you were there.
Yeah.
It matters. And it matters also for your sons to see that you were there.
Yeah.
I think it was important. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we did that. Yeah, but I know a lot of people are curious / nosy. So, and I don't blame you. I'm nosy about stuff too.
No, I mean, and I always understand when someone, it's funny, like someone will ask a question about that, and I have people that they'll see it on social media and they'll come to my defense. They're like, stop asking like he's addressed it, or really that's none of your business. It's personal. But I understand, because not everyone knows everything that's going on in my life, right?
They can't listen to every minute of every conversation.
So I think a lot of people, they're just curious. They're just asking like, hey, what's the deal? Like, why aren't there's no pictures of you guys, and what's going on? So I understand both sides, but I guess I've just over the years now just chosen to, there's not a lot else for me to say about it.
Mm-mm.
There's nothing I can do or say to make things better. I've tried. I've really tried just about everything I know how to do. So
that was that.
She's, my daughter's 18 now. She's an adult. So, she's going to start college in the fall, and hopefully someday things change. But right now they're not. It is what it is. I don't know what else really to say about it. I used to get, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, I used to get really upset about it, talking about it, because it was hard. Because I'd always think, well, maybe something's going to change like next month, or maybe something's going to change next year. But after you go, Christmases and Father's Days and birthdays and Thanksgivings, and years go by and there's just no change.
Mm-mm.
You start, I hate to say you get used to it. I never get used to it. It sucks, but it's like, I've got a life, and I've got to be as happy as I can and be good for the people that are in my life,
Well, it's like the stages of grief. You had to grieve that. So you go through the all the stages, and I don't know what order they come, but the last one is acceptance.
I guess.
You have to just accept it for what it is. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are trying, they're very encouraging, and they have their stories about how, my daughter came, it's usually the daughters. I don't know, sometimes the sons too, but usually it's stories about fathers and daughters. And they say that with 28, 29, they come back around. And that's, I guess, I know it's giving you hope and something to look forward to, maybe possibly happening. But then that just makes me sad for look what years were lost, so I don't know. Do the best we can. Hopefully I've been a good partner for you through it.
Oh yeah.
I hope. I don't know what to say sometimes.
Definitely been. But there, I guess there's a fine line between what I'm willing to say on the podcast.
Right.
There's a lot to the story, right? And I can't share every single detail, because this is, it's a family matter, and, people know that I don't talk to Brooke, but that's not because I don't want to. Right. I'll tell you that. That's not because I don't want to. So that's all I can say about it, Right. So anyway, to end it on a positive note, I'm glad that we went. I'm glad that I saw it. Where that all goes from here, nobody knows. I surely don't know. I have no idea.
But anyway, moving on. I got to talk just for a minute, if you don't mind, while we shift gears a little bit, to tell you about Thrive Cosmetics. Now, you know how I first discovered it. I'm scrolling through Instagram, social media, like everybody else, and this ad pops up for this wonderful line of cosmetics. And, sometimes you see the ad, it's like, that's good. It takes a few times for you to see the ad to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try it. And so I fell in love with Thrive Cosmetics before they started being a part of the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast sponsorship family. So I'm really a true believer in this. Now I want to tell you, first of all, I think I'm going to concentrate today on the Brilliant Eye Brightener, because I think this is really a game changer for a lot of people. This ad pops up still, I guess, because I talk about it so much, my computer hears me and I get the ads all the time. The Brilliant Eye Brightener, it's a highlighter stick. that literally brightens and opens up your eyes. Basically, it gives you an instant eye lift, makes you look like you have slept a full 8 or 9 hours, even if you haven't, like I never do because I'm up till midnight for whatever reason and have to get up, well, this morning a little later than usual. But anyway, you can use it simply as a little highlighter. You can use it as an eyeshadow because they have beautiful line of 13 different shades. They vary in brightness and intensity and so simple to apply. They don't smudge all day, easily blendable, foolproof formula, has more than 10,000 5-star reviews for a reason. And also cosmetics, the name Cause is in the name Thrive Cosmetics for a reason as well, because they have this bigger than beauty promise. Everything that Thrive Cosmetics, everything you buy from them, they give a donation to causes that really stand out to you and your community. They give to organizations that help community thrives, like those battling domestic abuse, homelessness, cancer, and more. And also, if it's important to you, like it is to me, Thrive Cosmetics is certified 100% vegan and cruelty free. These products are made with clean, skin loving ingredients, no parabens, sulfates, or phthalates, all without compromising on performance.
You have to try Thrive Cosmetics to see for yourself. And right now you can get an exclusive 20% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMEITCS.
Wait, no.
METICS.
What?
Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 20% off your first order.
Y'all think spelling's easy. It is not.
Well, particularly when you can't see.
The font's a little small on this one.
Yeah.
I should have maybe tried to enlarge it for you just a little bit.
That's okay. That's all right.
But,
I can
there you go.
do the best I can here. Oh, yeah, that helps after the spot.
Well,
That's okay.
you were reading it fine until you started to spell.
I was. Okay, so Memorial Day, and then
And Kellie got sick, so I've been dealing with that.
And then Kellie got sick. Yeah, it's been kind of a strange start to the summer.
And dealing with Larry and his stuff, his growth on his mouth.
Have we talked about Larry?
We talked about that, right? He had that growth removed on his mouth, and we're still, I don't know. He's got to get his stitches taken out on Monday, so he's got this cone. And everybody's like, you need to get in the donut. I'm like, well, as soon as I got home, I ordered the donut. It just took 24 hours for it to come in from Amazon. It was half price at Amazon than it was at PetSmart. I was like, I'm going to wait. Larry can deal with the big mega plastic cone for a little while longer. So, Alan, it was half the price on Amazon. So anyway, I put the donut on him, and the little booger, he can't scratch his mouth, but he can lick his hind paws. And I thought it's because he can bend over and lick his hind paws because it's like this big cushion. He can still do it. And when I went to take him for like a 2-day checkup, the vet said, well, he's doing that to itch his stitches, and he's pulling his stitches out that way. So what I have to do now is keep him in the plastic cone when I can't keep an eye on him, like when he's in the crate, because you'll hear him in there licking. He's trying to get that stitch. So the little booger, he's doing fine though. He's a good boy.
He's kind of wheels off.
Everybody was like, Shanda, our friend Shanda. I put the dogs up for Monday for the Memorial Day party because the barking is nonstop. It's ear splitting, especially. Well, Larry's nonstop, but Zoe's is ear splitting.
It's got a loud bark.
It's very piercing. And so we lock them up in the kennel and they are fine. But Shanda cannot help herself. She can't help it. And about a couple hours into the party, she'll sneak off to go check on the dogs, and she lets them out every time.
That was okay, though.
And they come out barking, but they settle down pretty quick.
And
she always acts like she's surprised that they're barking. Every time she does the same thing. I'm sorry,
She's surprised they're barking?
She does that every time. It's a bit. She's like, I didn't know. I thought they'd be fine. She does it every time. So anyway, they were fine. But everybody's getting a real kick out of Larry. Because he's got the donut on.
He looks so comical.
Well, he's rolling around with the donut, and they're rolling his belly. It's funny.
And he's missing half the hair on one of his legs because of his procedure. And then he's missing half the hair on the side of his face.
And he's cockeyed. And he's got a snaggle to him.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
His dingus is.
He's got a very exceptionally large.
Well, and it's like
for a small little animal.
It's almost on his chest.
It just drags the ground.
It's so weird. It's such a weird looking dingus for a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I've seen a lot of dog things.
Well, it does stand out.
Yeah.
It does stand out. My Larry.
That's your dog.
I'll take him. I'm fine with that. That's all I want is my Larry. But anyway, I was telling Alan, he finally watched the Mandalorian series season finale. It's not the series finale.
Yeah,
They're bringing it back.
I finally watched all of season 3 and I finished it. Man, I don't know. It's just
such a letdown.
It's
right?
not like season 1 and 2.
He was so passionate about it that he would watch it by himself. He wanted to watch it the first time by himself. And then he would invite his sons and me to join him because he wanted to watch it again.
I'll watch it again.
And he was just as excited to watch it the second time as you were the first. That was for season 1. Season 2, you weren't quite as enthusiastic.
Until the finale, which was amazing.
Right. Season 2, you weren't quite as enthusiastic, but you were still in.
Yeah. Oh, I was all in.
They lost you this time. Just lost you.
Corny.
I don't think you're coming back.
It's just kind of corny. I don't know. It just came off to me as kind of corny, and I don't know. I just didn't really follow the story too much, and I don't know. It's hard to. I guess it's hard as those series go on to keep coming up with really cool ideas, and keep your interest.
Well, at some point, don't they have to kind of like accomplish the goal? I mean,
well, that's the joke with the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
he's
like,
never accomplishing the goal.
No, it's just always like
he's always going to
here and there. Yeah, something to do.
Right.
And I think people have lost interest in Baby Yoda. I see Baby Yoda merchandise everywhere now. Nobody's buying it anymore. Yeah. Dylan's like, I'm ready to get rid of my Baby Yoda shoes.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, they're gone. You didn't notice?
Yeah, no.
Baby Yoda sheets are gone.
I guess I did notice.
It's just and Alan's like, he was like, well, I watched the end of the Mandalorian.
It's just such a letdown.
I might just cancel Disney Plus now. I was like, no, Emma Kellie says, don't cancel it. I watch stuff on there. I don't know what she's watching, but
yeah.
But I finally, Alan, I wanted him to watch Ted Lasso with me and he wouldn't do it. So I finally said,
I watched 4 episodes and that was,
he watched 3.
That was 4 too many.
I think he watched 3. So anyway, I ended up watching it myself and I binged through it. And I still haven't watched the series finale. I still have that to watch. But same thing. First, second seasons were great. Third season started to get a little hokey. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about season 3. They start getting a little too silly in some of the scenarios. And I don't know. I know it's over and I already know how it ends because you can't help but see it online. That doesn't matter to me. I'll still go back and watch it, but it's not that sense of urgency now.
No, we are watching that other thing you kind of got me hooked on.
Jury Duty.
And it's pretty good. I do like that.
Jury Duty is on Freevee, they call it, on Amazon Prime. I was like, I don't know how to find Freevee, but as soon as I pull it up, you just search Jury Duty and it's there. But it's a reality show. Did we talk about this in the last podcast? I can't remember. But they're saying it's a documentary about being part of a jury, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody in it is an actor except for one person. He is not in on it. So it's basically seeing how he reacts to all these crazy scenarios around him.
It's pretty funny.
It's really good.
I kind of put myself in that guy's spot and I would think, man, this is a lot of really stupid stuff going on. There's got to be something going on here. Like, is this Candid Camera or something? There have been so many crazy things that have happened.
But they make it obvious that it is a documentary, so the cameras are everywhere. That explains that.
Still, it's like not all of this stuff could possibly happen to one jury. I don't know.
Even like the other day, he said something like, man, this is so crazy. This could be like a movie. Or he's like, this should be a movie or something, or a reality show. And it's like, dude, you're in a reality show. But it's really cute. We're halfway through. It's only 8 episodes. We watched 4.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. We recommend that. I am in the throes of Real Housewives of New Jersey, y'all. Alan has to sit there. He watches a little bit. It seeps into his brain, but it is a lot. If you're not caught up with the cast of characters and you watch just the reunion episodes, it's a lot. It's a lot of yelling over each other where you can't hear what people are saying. But it's so good and juicy. Man, I wish I was doing a Real Housewives of New Jersey podcast just so I could talk about it with someone that cares like I do.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'd love it.
New Jersey's your favorite?
I would say, yeah. I would say, yeah. Because that's the one I'm really passionate about right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't understand why.
I just love the drama.
Those women look so pan-fried.
Well, in New Jersey, the men especially, they tan a lot. they get real tan and to the point where they're red. The women, they do more, I think, more spray tanning.
Well, pan fried, like overdone.
Yeah, they do a lot of tanning.
Like
there. That's a New Jersey thing.
They were in the microwave on high.
That's a New Jersey thing, like Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
Gym Tan Laundry.
It's a lot.
GTL. So anyway, that's what I'm into right now. Alan and I are going to finish watching Jury Duty, and then we got to pick something else to watch.
There's all kinds of stuff on Netflix.
You got anything in mind?
Well,
that Duggar documentary is supposed to be really good. You remember the it was like I think 17 kids and counting, then 18, and then 19 kids and counting. The Duggar family, that were in this religion.
Wasn't that guy kind of lewd?
The son was. The son was. He molested a couple of his own sisters.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's bad. And then he was caught with child pornography on his work computer, and he's in prison right now.
Oof.
And his wife stuck with him.
A little worse off than I thought.
She took that for better, for worse, real literally,
Yikes.
Till death do us part. But yeah, so apparently some of there's like one random cousin that's always been on the outskirts, and she's always been the rebel, and she's always spoken out against this religion the family's a part of. And now a couple of the girls have grown up and gotten married. They're still having a lot of babies like their mama did. I guess that's just what the life they know. And if you grew up with a lot of siblings, I guess you want that too for your kids. But anyway, there's a documentary about that, and a couple of the girls are talking about how it's basically a cult.
Gee.
Yeah. That was like a breeding ground for, I've only read some about it. I have not seen it. So please don't take this as gospel, what I'm saying. But some of the people were saying that the cult was sort of like a breeding ground, setting up where it could be possible to be a predator, a child predator, which was evidenced by the son.
This is wheels off.
I know, but there's cults out there. There are a lot of religious cults. And, I think it'd be interesting to watch. It might be very upsetting to watch, but that might be good to watch.
I don't know if I'm down with that.
Well, I think it'd be easier for me to get you to watch a documentary than it would be a series.
Yeah, any true crime I'm okay with. I don't know. That sounds a little creepy, but.
Or interesting.
I don't know. The Abducted in Plain Sight was creepy, and I really kind of got into that.
Yeah.
That was wheels off, too.
You loved that.
Yeah,
That was like 2 whole episodes.
No, it
was one. It was one.
I don't know if I loved it. It was just so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't stop watching.
Well, again, you said, how could this guy in Jury Duty not realize what was happening? How could that family?
How could Bob not know?
How could that family not realize what was happening?
Yeah.
You don't see it right in front of your face sometimes.
I don't know.
So anyway, we're always looking for suggestions. If there's something you're passionate about that you think Alan would like, please email us. What's the email address, honey?
podcast@kellyandalan.com.
Yeah. And also, we talked to our travel agent, Ken, the other day. We still have a few rooms left if you want to go
Just
with
a few.
in our block of rooms that we have for our podcast family vacation in July, the week of July 4th. Alan and I are going to be there all week. We're going in on Friday, June 30th, because Anna from the show is getting married on July 1st. But then on Sunday, July 2nd, we're moving over to the Valentin Imperial, and that's where we're going to stay for the whole week. So we'll be there.
Hats have been ordered.
The color this year is red based on voting.
Complimentary hats with the date and the location on the back.
Right.
This is the deluxe model.
This is a collector's item.
Yeah,
Collector's item.
Limited run.
So if you're thinking about it, toying with the idea, time is running out. We're in June now.
Yeah.
It's literally a month away, Alan.
I know.
This is crazy.
I know.
So we're going to be buckling down on our workout and eating regimens. You be buckling down on making those travel arrangements. Go to kellyandalan.com/vacation to get all the details and to find out how you can book and stay with us, hopefully.
There you go. We're going to be there. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of buffoonery.
Way more buffoonery than at our Memorial Day party. We're a little too tame.
We're pretty tame this time.
Very tame.
I wonder
very
why.
chill.
Maybe it's just because everybody's getting older.
You know why?
Why?
You and I weren't drinking.
Are you kidding me? I had like 98 beers.
You did?
Yes.
But you weren't drunk.
So I can hold my liquor. I don't know what to tell you.
I wasn't really. I just wasn't in the mood to drink. They were doing a couple of Fireball shots, and then KK brought this banana moonshine. But there wasn't a lot of alcohol content.
I know I did at least 3 shots, And I know I had.
But they were very weak. I mean, there's not a lot of alcohol. in those.
Fireball?
I did too, and I felt nothing.
And I know I had.
And they were small shots.
Yeah,
they
but
weren't
you
even
always
full.
say that.
They weren't even full. They were like half a shot.
Kelly, she'll have 3 martinis. Oh, but these don't have any alcohol in them.
Seriously, I was not at all.
Yeah, martinis don't have any alcohol in them.
I wasn't at our party, honey.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I had maybe 6, 8 beers. Troy's beer.
You drank all of them by yourself?
No, those you got a 12-pack, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They all got drank, and all those Modelo's got drank. All the guys were drinking beer this
There
year.
you go.
Yeah, Modelo's and 8.
I know we have a lot of juice left over. Not a lot of juice mixes going on.
No. All right, babe.
Anyway, we're getting off on a tangent. We need to go.
You got anything else?
No, if I'm talking about juice left over from a party, we have officially run out of things to talk about.
Sipping on gin and juice. There was no gin and juice.
No, not this year.
But we were laid back. And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Okay. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, man. It got late.
It did. Sorry we were late, but I was with Emma Kelly at the doctor's. Thank you, Michael.
Hello, Julie's Overalls. Larry. Oh. Software update. iOS 16.5. Michael, am I supposed to do this? Is this going to brick my phone? Is this going to screw everything up? Always update. Okay. I'll do it.
Doesn't yours automatically update?
I'll do it later.
It doesn't automatically update?
I think it has to be plugged into power for it to update. Oh, yeah. Oh, Metallica tickets go on sale tomorrow. I think they're playing 2 shows at AT&T, and they're going to film a movie while they're in Texas. They're going to do the movie while they're in Arlington.
A movie of what? Their docu-series or something?
I don't know. I guess a concert movie? I don't know. I did, Kelly. I did see that. I might have taken a few looks at it, actually.
What?
No, she was asking me if I saw that golfer Paige Spiranak, her photo shoot. Very controversial.
Why is it controversial?
I don't know, because she was posing as a stripper on a stripper pole or something. People are
A
like,
golfer?
yeah, people are like, you can't do that. You're a golfer. I just saw her, and I don't know what the controversy is about, or if there is even that much of a controversy. Yeah, I bet he was wondering. He was perusing the Instagram, I'm sure. All right, peeps. I gotta do a little upload, and we will see you on
Next Wednesday.
the social midges.
Bye. Sorry I made y'all wait.
Maybe wait too.
Sorry I made you wait.